You're preparing?
Yeah. It says preparing. I'm just tagging you guys. And I'm with Fena and tag with
Priya.
Fena and Priya.
Yeah. And Sangeeta.
Oh, it's not letting me tag. I don't know why. Wait. Your body is not wrong. Your body is aware. Tag. But it's not letting me tag. Okay, I'm just writing your names. With Fena, Vijaya, and Priya. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to go live. Wow, it allowed me to tag you. And it's allowed me to tag Fena too. Yay! Yes!
We are live?
Not yet. I'm pressing.
I haven't seen.
Now we are live. We're live on Facebook. Hi guys.
Yay.
Hi everyone. Hey, hello, we are live. Welcome everyone. I have Sangeeta co-chair with me and Fena. So
Hi.
so we three are talking about right body for you, and the spotlight is pain.
Yes.
So Sangeeta, whenever I hear about pain, I will like, oh my God, I really don't want this. So why is that? What is this pain about?
So it's very interesting that we make, the body is made very wrong for, interestingly, its capacities and potencies. And, in my write-up about this class, Right Body for You, Spotlight on Pain.
The body is made very wrong.
Is there a double noise?
Sorry.
That's okay. I thought it was coming from me. So that's cool. So the two of me speaking, always good. The more the better. So it's very interesting. But, when I started Access, I came from a place where I judged my body a lot. I judged it for a whole lot of things. I judged it for not being the size I wanted. I judged it for not looking the way I wanted to. And I also judged it for a lot of things that I decided were a problem in my body. Like, for example, a pain or a disease is considered a problem. But your body is actually more like a radar system. It's this being that has a consciousness of its own. And the interesting thing about your body is that it's more willing to be aware, even more than you are. So it's constantly communicating with you. And mostly, pain also is just an awareness that your body is having. And I know that it's been said in a lot of classes, and I myself have said it, and I've also heard it in a lot of classes. But the interesting thing is that, I only begun to get it when I started becoming more in communion with my body, when I got out of the judgment and was able to receive the capacities and potencies of my body. Pain is always a potency that you're refusing to receive. Okay? No, none of us look at our body as this magical, miraculous possibility. And it has potencies and capacities to change so many things. And naturally, our body is a healer. Like, you remember when you were young and you fell and you cut yourself,
Mhm.
and if you ignored
Yes.
it, if you didn't put any medicine on it,
Mhm.
it would just get okay on its
Mhm.
own,
Mm.
right? And like, that's a natural ability your body has. Your body is a natural healer. But the interesting thing is, you don't know, and most of us don't know, is that it doesn't only heal itself, but it has a capacity to heal other bodies, other
Mhm.
entities, other
Mhm.
energies, and also the earth.
Wow. Okay. So, Sangeeta, I do have a question.
Sure.
People said when you are young, your capacity to recover is more faster than when you're getting older. Is it right, true, or is it a lie?
So I want to ask you, Fena, when you say that,
Eh,
is it light or is it
mhm.
heavy?
Getting older and not easy to recover, getting heavy.
Yes. So when it's heavy, it's a
Yeah, a lies.
yes. You see, it's our point of view creates our reality.
Mhm.
Our point of view also creates our body.
Mm.
Okay. And I'm not going to say that it's been an easy journey. I will not lie. I've been in
Mhm.
access for 7 years. And honestly, there'll be some friends that if you talk to my friends, you will realize that there are also still so many places that I feel stuck in with my body. And it is only now, and it's such a great time with this whole thing that's changed and with the world that's changing, there is almost this space to be something different with your body. And it's become imperative to actually have the joy of having a body if you want to create something different in and as your future. So long as we're looking at our bodies as a problem, we will never ever be able to tap into its capacities and potencies. So when you say that as we grow older, it becomes more
Mhm.
difficult to recover,
Mhm.
that is just a
Mhm.
point of view. Now, the thing about point of views is, if you will make them solid, if you believe in them, if you buy them, then that is what your body will create. I love to say this, and it is really true. And these days, I'm like absolutely experiencing it firsthand as well. Is that your body is this little puppy that wants to make you happy all the time. You know, it's this little puppy who loves you and it just wants to make you happy. It wants to play with you. So when you say that
Uh-huh.
as I grow older, it's difficult
Mhm.
to recover, your body goes, yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
And as you say that you're
Oh, the
magical,
follow.
yeah. And as you say you're magical, you're brilliant,
Mhm.
you're potent, your body goes, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
Okay.
the thing is, like, what point of views are you using to create your body? And you know, it's very interesting. Our bodies, like I said, it's this little puppy that wants you to be happy. Our bodies
Mhm.
uh, are listening to us all the time. And it's also communicating to us all the time. The only difference is our body listens, we don't.
Mhm.
Ignore it, we dismiss it, we
Mhm.
kind of we shove our awareness away, but our body does not.
Mhm.
So when we have these conversations where we are judging
Mhm.
our body then starts to create more of that judgment. And then we get upset with it, but actually, in effect, your body is giving you exactly what you asked for.
Mm.
Because our
Okay. So
body
it's like
so
acceptable. Mm.
So our body is more energetic than solid. Actually, we are all just energy. But when you buy into the fact that you're more solid than energy, that's when we start creating more solidity and rigidity in our body. You know. So, for example, if
Uh-huh.
your conversation in your head is about how wrong your body is, no matter what
Mm.
you say in front of people, but if on your own every day when you look at yourself in the mirror, all you can see is the wrongness, you will create more of the wrongness.
Mm.
Because
Sangeeta, when we like fall down or we have an accident, and there are times where initially we don't feel the pain,
yeah,
and then eventually it becomes a lot. So, is this something which we are creating?
So when you don't, if you fall down and you don't feel the pain, is usually,
Mhm.
so there's a relationship that our being has with our body. When there is something that's very traumatic that happens to our body, our being's purpose is to ensure that it is whole at all times. So sometimes what happens is that our being tends to check out from our body, especially
Mm.
when there is something very impactful, like you said, an accident or an abuse. Okay,
Mm.
we don't realize that those things are also things that we are choosing, actually, right?
Mhm.
So at all
Mhm.
times, nothing happens to us. We've chosen it. If you are someone who falls down a lot, chances are you're
Mhm.
someone who stays in your head a lot. So you're not present with your body. So if you're someone who stays in their head a lot and you're constantly mind tripping, then you're not present
Mhm.
with your body. So actually, your head is doing something else, your body is doing something else, and that sort of uh, non-coordination is what makes you trip and fall. It's, if I could say it simply, it's because you're not being present in your body. Okay,
Mm.
so that is what is occurring when you fall down. So and then what occurs is, once you're present, you can actually feel the
Mhm.
sensation of the pain. You can feel the sensation of where you got that impact. Now, even that impact is actually just an information. Something occurred, like you had
Mhm.
something happen, like you fell down.
Mhm.
Now, your body is just giving you information about that impact, right? So, if you
Mhm.
were to ask a question like, okay, can I change this? And what can I do to change this? And with Access, there are so many beautiful processes like cellular memory, zero sum of trauma.
Mhm.
When you start
Mhm.
running these processes, the pain can actually dissipate and change really, really fast. I know of, she was someone I knew in Access. She had a motorbike accident, and the handle of the motorbike went through her cheek, came out the other side. It was
Mhm.
really bad, and it
Mm.
was like an open tear on her cheek. And it
Mhm.
looked at it, you knew that it would require some serious surgery. Because imagine it going
Yes.
through, right?
Mhm.
uh, and she just kept her hand there and kept running cellular memory till they got her to the hospital, till they waited for a doctor to see her. And by the time the doctor saw her, maybe an hour and a half had passed, and she kept running that. The bleeding had stopped. The tear was still open, but the bleeding had stopped. And that girl did require stitches, but she kept running that cellular memory despite the stitches. And
Mhm.
say
Mhm.
about 4 months into the whole procedure, there was not even one scar.
Wow.
Wow.
Our bodies are
The
magical.
magic. Exactly.
Now, but had she bought into the point of view that now she's scarred for life, like her
Yeah.
mother's biggest concern was she's not married, and now she's going to have this big scar on her face, and no one's going to marry her. That was her biggest
Yes.
concern. I guess after, oh my God, thank God my daughter's alive, now the next concern was who's going to marry her with that big scar. I'm sorry, I'm making fun of it, but like, I mean, we're crazy, right? We have
Yes.
some,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
but
Yes.
with just running that, had she bought it that it's never going to go away,
Mhm.
it probably wouldn't have. So it's our point of view. And if
Mhm.
we allow our body to lead, with matters that is related to our body, if we allow our body to lead, our body is actually a magical, miraculous, potent healer. Its
Mm.
endeavor is well-being. It is us that gets in the way. And like I said, pain is a potency you refuse. Pain is an information you're refusing. Pain is an awareness that you're not willing to have.
Okay.
Pain is
And
also an
mhm.
indication of you healing someone or something,
Okay, including the earth.
including the earth, especially the earth, actually, especially the
Okay.
earth. So
Yeah.
let's do this. So just tap into, I mean, for everyone who's also watching us, and for you and Fena, you and Priya, uh, just tap into any place in your body that's hurting or is intense right now. Just look at it and pock
Mhm.
and pod all your point of views about it. Pock and pod everything you've projected at it. Just destroy
Okay.
that. And then just go like, Okay, take all that energy and just flick it to the earth on 3. But really do it with, you know, do it with like a little bit of fun and play and joy. Okay? Yeah.
Yes.
So let's take
Okay.
all that intensity and let's just flick it
Mm-hmm.
maybe a couple of times, maybe 5, 6 times on 3.
Mm-hmm.
So ask the earth what it requires.
Mm-hmm.
Be aware of that intensity and pain, and then
Mm-hmm.
just allow that energy to grow between your hands and flick it on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
So from, I mean, what was it before? If I was to ask you between 0 and 10, what was the intensity
Mm-hmm.
before? And did it reduce or is it the same?
For me, reduce
It
So
from
reduced.
7 to 3.
7 to 3, with just 6
Yep.
flicks. Oh my God.
Yes,
Yep.
and not only the pain, like something left from the body, like the body became very light.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Uh,
Become more light.
So this is like so cool because and this is just one of the capacities your body has. Your body has the capacity to tap into what the earth requires and then actually gift
Mm-hmm.
to it. It's a gift. You being alive and you walking on this planet because you have a body is a gift. But none of us are taught that. And none of us are taught that. Most of us don't know it. And almost all of us don't acknowledge it.
yeah,
So when you, and this is just one of the small capacities that you have, very very small, and you have like tons, your body has like tons of magical capacities. Now having
Yes.
flicked just 6 or 7 times made you light. The reason why this shows up as pain is because most of us have been trained to be very stoic. How many of
uh,
you grew up being told you have to be strong?
yes,
How many of you grew up being told that you know, ignore the little pains, like, and if you can overcome pain and hurt and problems, then you're like, you know, you've made it,
It's
right?
wrong. Yeah.
So what that really does, it's not a wrongness, I guess. We grew up
Mm-hmm.
listening to it, our parents grew up listening to it, but what it does, it disconnects you from your body. It disconnects you because to ignore such a level of intensity or pain, you have to be
Mm-hmm.
disconnected. When you disconnect from something, there is nothing you can do about it. But when you're there and when you look at it, and pain is made so wrong in this reality. Now, when you make something wrong, all you want to do is resist it or run away from it, right? But neither, like,
Exactly.
this is how you started, no, Priya? You said that we all run away from pain. We don't want pain,
yes,
but
yes, and we
but
take painkillers too.
yeah, to suppress it.
Yeah.
Yes,
But it's not the solution. See? It doesn't solve it. As soon as
Yes.
the painkiller wears off, you can feel that pain again.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
the thing about pain is that when you resist it, it gets stronger. When you run away from it, also it gets stronger, because anything you resist persists.
Oh.
It's just an awareness. It's just a capacity. It's a potency. All you have to do is lean more into it. The minute you lean more into it, now this is what we do with pain usually. We take it and then we hide it. We unknowingly we stuff it behind our back. When you ignore it, when you refuse it,
mm,
you like dismiss it, or when you take a painkiller, what you're really doing energetically is you're taking all of that energy and you're hiding it behind your back. You're just kind of stuffing it somewhere where you don't have to look at it. But that
yeah,
doesn't solve it. Now, that pain will either become more pain or it will become some sort of a dis-ease in your body.
Hmm.
okay,
You see,
Yes.
it becomes deeper then, because now you're ignoring it. It's first it whispers, that awareness whispers,
Mm-hmm.
you ignore it. Then
Mm-hmm.
it goes hi,
Hmm.
and you ignore it. Then it goes hey, and then you ignore it. And then it
yeah,
goes Priya, and then Priya goes, I don't want to see it. Okay. Then Priya has to hide it somewhere, right? Because if you're not willing to look at it, you have to hide it. But it's energy, so it's going to create something else. It's going to create a disease. But if you're willing to, and the whole idea about right body for you and pain is, you the willingness to actually look at everything that you kind of been ignoring, everywhere you've made it a wrongness and not tapped into what is really going on, to look at it, to process it, to ask the questions, to do earth contributions, to begin to lean more into it and acknowledge your capacities and potencies as a healer, and also as this magical, miraculous, very, very potent, creative being that your body is. And then you can use, pain is just energy, and then you can use all that energy that you call pain to frack the insanities of this reality. Your pain has the capacity, and I know I'm saying this at the risk of like being probably nailed to the wall, so like,
Mm-hmm.
Dean, in one of the calls that Dean did around bodies, he was like, there are some things that we say about the bodies in Access that actually warrant men in white coats to come and take us to the mental asylum. And this is one of those things that I'm going to say, that your pain actually has the capacity to change
Yes.
realities if you will acknowledge
Wow.
the potency of your body. And so this
Wow.
workshop is about that. It's about going beyond the definitions of pain. It's going beyond the definition. And if you're someone who has a lot of body pain, chances are that there's a whole lot of potency and a whole lot of capacity that you've been hiding and not willing to acknowledge, and you've been diminishing you and judging your body beyond acceptable, I guess. Yeah,
Yes. Sangeeta, I have a question.
sure.
Before I know Access, I always take the painkiller. So I get headache and I taking the painkiller. So I put it in my bag. When I know Access, I asking if it belong to me, belong to someone else, or belong to Earth. So the Earth requires. So when I get the headache, and then I contribute to the Earth, and the next several days after that, there is an earthquake. So what the
Thank you so much for saying that.
what the connection with that?
I was actually having a conversation with a dear friend around this. The thing is, there's so much going on around us, and like I said when we started this FB live, that your body is more willing to be aware than you, and your body has 360-degree awareness. It's aware of everything that's going on with you, with people around you, and with the earth.
Mhm,
And your body receives the awareness. So when there's going to be an earthquake, see, an earthquake doesn't happen overnight, even though it looks
mhm,
like it's going to happen overnight. It requires the seismic plates to begin moving over several days, sometimes weeks, before the earthquake actually occurs. Your body is constantly
mhm,
connected to the earth. Have you noticed? Whether you're lying down or you're sitting down or your feet
mhm,
or you're walking, you're constantly connected to the earth.
mhm,
And your body is
mhm,
communicating with the earth all the time. Your earth, there is a gifting and receiving going on between you and the earth all the time. Your body receives that
mhm,
awareness days in advance. So you may have that headache, you may have that body ache. Now, once that
mhm,
earthquake occurs, the thing to do is
mhm.
go, thank you, body. That's what you were trying to tell me. You see, because our body is actually very
Yeah.
animal in nature. Do you know when an earthquake occurs or a tsunami occurs, what do the animals do? Way before they start going away, way before they start
Oh,
howling, making noise,
yes.
because they are aware. Our
Mm,
body is just like that. It's
mm,
actually very animal,
mm,
and but
mm.
we are more head, we are more mind. We like to logicalize everything, so we don't receive that awareness for what it is, and we go into,
Yes.
my head is hurting, I need a aspirin. My head is hurting because of the traffic. My head is hurting because I ate something wrong. My head is hurting because I didn't sleep.
Yes.
So we start giving ourselves these logical explanations, and we don't ask questions. But it's okay, because no one taught
Mhm.
us this. Like I said, I'm so grateful for Access, because no one taught us all of this, right? And when you come into a modality like this that speaks of all of
Yes.
this, when that happens, like right now, Fena, when you realize that, oh, I get a
Mhm,
headache because it's an information from the earth. So you say thank you to your body, and then you just,
mhm,
like, that the
mhm,
next time that happens, it's also a question you can ask. Like, okay, body, what are you aware of that I'm not willing to acknowledge right now? So when
mm,
you ask that question, did you experience like how your body just went, because your body is
mm,
aware all the time. Your body relaxes. Your body is aware, it's trying to give you guidance all the time. When you don't refuse it, when you're like barriers and you're like, I'm not receiving this information, that's when it starts
Mm.
hurting.
Mm.
So that's cool. That's
Okay.
another capacity your body has
That's
to tap into the changes of
yes.
the earth. And like I was talking to this friend of mine and
Mm.
I was like, hey, you've been complaining of body aches, and then that whole Lebanon blast happened. I was like, oh, could it be that your body is aware of that?
Yeah.
Mm. Yes. Our body is magic.
It is. It really is.
Thank you, body.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. You have a different kind of appreciation for your body. Once you do all this work,
Yeah.
the access body processes just, allow all these capacities and potencies to actually begin showing up and creating a different physiological reality for you. You actualize a different physical reality for yourself. Now, like, how many of you, even before access, I mean, you, Priya, Fena, and everyone watching us, how many of us actually got the same result with medicines that other people did, or with diets, or with exercises? You are a,
Yeah.
yeah, that's because you're a humanoid
Lot.
embodiment. You have your
Mm.
body. Being a humanoid, you have a very different way of being. Your body has different capacities and potencies that don't respond the same way. But the thing is, we use that to make ourselves wrong instead of asking, what is so strong about my body? What is so right about my body? Just because it worked for 10 people and it doesn't work for you, instead of embracing your difference, instead of going, oh, that's because I'm different, my body requires something different, you make it about how you don't fit in and how wrong you are, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the entrainment of this reality. So a class like Right Body for
Mm-hmm.
You is about getting you to acknowledge, hey, you're different, your body is different, it
Mm-hmm.
does not respond the same way. So where this reality would tell you to have 10 pills and that you have a problem, coming to a class like this makes you realize that, oh, it's an awareness, it's a potency, it's a capacity. I don't need the pill, I just need a question. I don't need a pill, I just need to do
Mm.
clearings. I don't need a pill, I just need to contribute to the earth. I don't need a pill, my body is telling me what it requires.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
Okay.
way of being. Yeah.
Okay. So this class is also including we talking about the disease
Yes, we will. So
like the
pain,
parents have.
absolutely. Pain is not
Mm.
just hurt or ache.
Yes.
Pain is anywhere you
Mm-hmm.
have that pain or dis-ease. I don't like to call
Mm-hmm.
it disease, but dis-ease,
Yes.
whether it's in
Mm-hmm.
your body or in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a dis-ease anywhere in your
Wow.
life, that too can show up as pain in your body. So we'll be talking about a whole lot of things. It's like it covers up a whole lot of things. The beauty about Right Body for You is, even though it has these specialty topics, and even though we will be talking more about pain, it tends to cover like so many areas of your life. Like you may be pained about your money issue, and that may be showing up as a
Yes.
pain in your body, or a hurt in your body, or a disease in your body. And it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
insane.
Bro.
Yeah, it's just insane how we uh, make it about how wrong our body is, when in effect, if you asked a question, it would give you an awareness of, like, a simple question like, what are you really sick of? And it could be that you're sick of a relationship, or you're sick of being alone, or you're sick of having to do everything yourself. And just that you're sick
Mm-hmm.
of that starts making you sick in your body.
Mm. Broken heart or something like that.
Yeah, when you say I'm brokenhearted, you start creating a disease in your heart,
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
It goes in different levels.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's
Beyond this reality.
yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually quite excited about doing this class. We already did 2 Right Bodies for You spotlight classes. We did one on weight, which was
Money.
amazing, and then we did one on
Yes.
money, which also was,
Yes.
I mean, blowing my own trumpet, but it was really amazing because it changed so much for me.
Yeah.
And when
Mm.
the beauty about facilitating any body class is that it cannot be facilitated with the mind. You've got to facilitate it with your body. So when you're in a body class, if
Mm.
you choose a body class, it's a choice you make to be present with your body. You know, So
And
it
our
starts a very
body, when
different
our
journey.
body happy,
Oh yeah, when your
yes,
body
when
is,
our body happy, it spread more, more.
yeah, it's almost like a domino effect. When
Yes.
you're physically happy,
Yes.
it starts changing things
Mm-hmm.
in your life. Like that is why when you run the bars, which are points on your body, on your head, you touch your body
Mm-hmm.
and your whole life changes. Your money changes,
Yes,
your relationship changes, your,
exactly.
because you kind of, you and your body together are willing to create something different.
Hmm.
What exciting
Yes.
about this class is I did hear about be present with the body, but I didn't know what is called being present with the body. But these body
And
classes gets you there, and you understand what is called being present, like what is with the body.
Yeah. And the whole,
Yeah.
and this whole like, you chose a body. Everything we choose
mhm.
on this planet is because we have a body. Whether you're eating, whether you're having sex, whether you're buying clothes, whether you're earning money, it's all about the body. But it is the one thing that we never include in the creation of our life. And that's where the disconnect is. And, I've noticed that for most of us who have lived like that, uh, I don't know how to say this, but like with the whole track change and with the way things are right now, there is no way to move forward without your body. You've got to take your body along in this journey of consciousness. You can't leave it behind. And
Yeah.
now your body is leading the way. Your body is going, your body is going like, there's a different way of functioning. You've got to function like that if you want to create a different future. And there is like, I don't know when all of us may have demanded more consciousness, and now the bodies are like, we're ready. Like, you just don't get to leave me behind. So it's a very exciting time to do these classes as well. And I also noticed that there is a very different response that bodies have in these classes. I have been a right body for you facilitator for over 2 years now, but the way the classes are, being received and the changes that people have in these classes,
Mhm.
so different, because there's so much more willingness. And like I said, I think the bodies have started getting louder, and they're like,
Yes.
demanding
Yes.
that communion, and they're like, the body. So here's the interesting thing. It's like the earth has taken over. The earth has decided, okay, no more bullshit. you know I'm going to thrive. And the funny and funny, not funny, but the interesting thing is, your body is made up of exactly the same things like the earth. And now your body is the little
Mm.
earth that's saying, no more bullshit. I'm here to thrive. So I'm going to lead the way. So, yeah, so for everyone who's watching us and whoever will watch us in the future, ask your body, what would choosing this class create for your body? Because this is a body class. You don't get to choose it with your mind. And if it is light and expansive, just choose it, hop on, call Fena, call Priya, call me. This is happening on the 8th of August, Saturday. I did say we'll start at 10,
Saturday.
but I'm going to have to change the time. We're going to start at 11 o'clock India, and we're going to go on till about 5
So
o'clock in the evening. So that's 12:30 p.m. Indonesia, and we will go on till
12:30
about
p.m.
6:30
Indonesia.
p.m. In the evening. It's a full day class. We will have
Yeah.
lunch breaks and we will
Full
have a
day.
tea break. And we will be following the energy of your bodies. And what I love about Right Body for You classes is it's where your body will facilitate the class, and it is a class about bodies. So uh, your heads just have to stay out of it. It's a pretty different experience. Yeah,
And I love the body because when you change your body, your whole area in your life change too.
absolutely. It changes everything in your life. It just works.
Yes,
It's
yes.
funny. And it's really interesting because also, like, nothing is linear in access. Like, I remember attending body
Mm-hmm.
class, wanting to change my body, and what changed was my money
Mm-hmm.
situation. And then I've been in like
Mm.
classes about relationships, and what has changed is my body. So
Yeah.
there's nothing linear.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yes,
but your body
exactly.
knows that, uh, with the body, it's like it always taps into the change that's going to be available. And if you just allow your body to lead, the results can be pretty dynamic. Yeah.
Yes.
True.
So, yeah.
So welcome to join with us,
Yes, of
Yes.
course,
everyone who was
everybody
with
is
us.
welcome to join Right Body for You, Spotlight on Pain. Let's get the pain in your life out. And if you're making your body a pain, let's change that as well. And
Yes.
if you're being a pain in someone's life or in your own life, let's get you out of the way as well. Yeah, let's change some shit. Let's we are magical. Let's tap into that. And I'm really looking forward to facilitating this with everyone who chooses it. And what else is possible?
Yes.
Yes, and stop the bullshit.
Yes,
Your body already.
Exactly.
Listen to me.
Exactly.
absolutely. Absolutely. So,
Yes.
yeah. And thank you so much, Fena and Priya, for doing this with me. I've like this has been
Thank
like
you.
an amazing every life. I've not been able to talk about bodies like this before, so I'm really, really excited. And thank you, girls. And
Yes,
I'll see you
thank
Thank
you,
guys
you.
on
Sangeeta.
Saturday in
Thank
the
you, Priya.
class.
See
Thank
you
you for
guys.
sharing.
Bye.
Bye.
Maybe we can
Bye.
share the links in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
we will do
you.
that. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.